Good morning, beautiful souls. It's Ray Everlasting again, and I'm so happy to see you today. I had a conversation this morning with a dear one, and I realized in the midst of this conversation that this is a conversation that's been playing out a lot over the last week, especially the last few days. I've heard this same conversation going on amongst people that I know, and that is, we are suddenly having an awareness that our responses and our reactions and our points of view, our ways of thinking and believing are conditioned, have been conditioned. They really don't resonate with us anymore. It's a conditioning that we have taken on for ourselves. And first of all, kudos to us for having that awareness, because until you have the awareness, there's no choice. You're just doing things out of conditioning. And so, yay, us! We are having the awareness that so much of our behavior, our thoughts, our reactions and responses are being born out of a conditioning that no longer resonates with who we are and who we are choosing to become. So, yay, pat on the back time. Give yourself a little love for having that awareness. And one of the things that came up in the conversation this morning that I would love to share, because this I feel is really, really important for this process that we are all choosing to go through, is grace and gentleness. You know, I've get this pointed out to me by my guides often, that if someone came to me and they were beating themselves up because I always act this way, or I continue to act this way, or I am judging myself over this or that, my first response would be, hey, give yourself some grace. You are choosing to have awareness that this is what's going on. And with awareness, you have the superpower of choice. And before awareness, you didn't. So congratulations. Show yourself some love. Be graceful. Be gentle with yourself. We are all going through this in one way or another. This has been such a pivotal year and such a pivotal month in this transition that the planet is going through and that we are going through as spiritual beings in these human bodies. And with what we are clearing right now, from my point of view, we're doing the work so that we can create a new paradigm. I've heard over the past especially 2 years, that we know how to live in harmony within ourselves and with one another, and in harmony with the planet and the universe. And that has been lost. It's been distorted. And we're ready to bring that back. And how do we bring that back? By choosing to have the awareness that we've been conditioned into distortion, that we've been conditioned to live a distorted life. And now that we're having that awareness, we're moving that distortion out. We're moving that conditioning out. We're making choices to rewrite that story. Is that awesome or what? Because as we rewrite our own individual story, we rewrite the collective story, and we create that new earth, that new paradigm, that way of being that we know is in alignment with our divinity, our divine blueprint. So that came to mind this morning when I was having conversation with a dear one, and I really wanted to share it with you, because I know there are a lot of us that are doing this, myself included. You know, having those moments where I suddenly have an awareness that, oh, that point of view, that way of thinking, that way of reacting out of my emotions and my fear. That way of responding out of my defense mechanisms, that's all conditioning. And I get to choose now, do I want to continue living there? Or do I want to rewrite my story and live out of love instead of fear? Super powerful. And I wanted to share that with you because the more empowered we each are, the more we empower this change that we're going through. And so with that, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, like this video if it helped you and benefited you, share it with your friends who you think would benefit from it, and be sure to click that notification so that as these little nuggets are given to me and as these little awarenesses are shared with me, I can share them with you. And I know I plan to create and write a joy-filled day today, and I wish you the same. Namaste, from my heart to yours.